Hello! Today we're taking a look at 3 valuable stamps that you may already own. All 3 of them come from Queen Elizabeth II's reign. 2 of them are from the pre-decimal period and the other one is from the decimal period. So in stamp collecting terms, they're fairly modern, and as such you may already have one of these in your collection but just don't know about it. So in this video I'm going to show you what to look out for and tell you how valuable the stamp is. Now most of the time in philately, value is governed by the scarcity of a stamp and by the errors or variations contained within a stamp. Now the kind of errors that I'm talking about include embossing errors, graphite errors, gum errors, imperforates, inverted images, missing colours, paper errors, phosphor errors, watermark errors, and I'm sure there are a few more that I just can't think of at the moment. So let me show you these 3 stamps that we're going to take a closer look at. The first is this Christmas stamp here, issued in 1966. The second is again a 3p stamp, issued a year later in 1967, again for the Christmas period. And finally, this 12p stamp issued in July 1980, which celebrated famous authoresses. Alright, before we start, I'd just like to say that all of the errors that I show you are actual listed and recognised errors according to Stanley Gibbons, and their values are taken straight from their catalogue. So let's start with this Christmas stamp from 1966 depicting the King of the Orient. On the left we've got the non-error version, and on the right the error version. Now can you spot the error, the problem with this particular stamp on the right? Well, it's quite a tricky one to find. But if you look up the name in the bottom left hand corner just there, you can see that it says T. Shemza. That stands for Tasvia Shemza, the name of the little girl who drew or painted this picture. Now on the error version, can you see that the letter T just there is missing? So it just says Shemza. Well, that's the error that you're looking for, the missing T. And if you do have this particular stamp with this particular error, then according to the Stanley Gibbons catalogue, the value of this stamp is £25. Not bad for a 3p stamp, eh? And talking of 3p stamps, let's take a look at our next error. This is from Christmas 1967 and shows the painting of the Adoration of the Shepherds. With the 2 stamps side by side, you might be able to make out the error a lot easier on this one. So the non-error version is on the left and the error stamp is on the right. Well, it's pretty clear that the gold is missing in the top left and right hand corner. There's no gold on the value and the Queen's head. And again, this is a listed error, and if you have this particular stamp in your collection, then the Stanley Gibbons catalogue values it at £90. And finally we come to our last example. This block of 4 12p values from 1980 showing Charlotte Bronte, authoress of the novel Jane Eyre. Any eagle-eyed viewers out there may have already spotted the error on this one. It's the missing P, the letter P, in the value of that bottom left hand stamp there. And now that you can see it, it does look quite striking when you have the other 3 surrounding it. Okay, so how much is this one worth? Again, according to the catalogue, £25. Now these 2 errors I actually found out in the wild, so to speak, looking through old albums and packets of stamps, whereas the one on the right, the 12p version, I did actually buy online. So if you're interested in specialising in a certain niche of philately, then collecting errors might be for you. I personally don't have an extensive collection of these errors, but if I do find the occasional one, then it does get added to my album. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've learned something new, then please do me a favour and give it a big thumbs up, as that always helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel because it's totally free. It costs you nothing. Do comment down below. And until the next one, bye for now.